Hello Pisces, I am a bit salty because I've got a new SD card and I still don't have a huge amount of time to do your reading, so still need to fiddle with that a bit more. Pisces, I have tried to do your reading twice already. This is the third time I'm doing your reading and I'm finding it really hard to get into it. There's a lot of Libran energy in here. I met a Pisces friend last week and we hadn't seen each other for a year, so we had a lot to talk about. So I'm kind of getting this thing about like mixing of energies. Like there was a huge amount, every time I tried to do Pisces' reading, there was a huge amount of Libra in it, and I was like, get out of here, Libra. So again, I felt like this mixing of energies. But what I've been getting this morning for you, well, firstly, when I tried to do your reading yesterday, I was really drawn to all this moon energy. So you've even got like the Moonology deck here. Now, the moon is your card in the tarot. So I feel like there's something to do with you guarding your own energy. You're a mutable sign. The mutable signs, they mean different things. You know, you can go and Google it. They mean sort of like the closing of the season, the people who wrap things up. But it also means that you are quite go with the flow, quite open to change. If you're not too keen on change, you at least handle it better than others. So there's this very sort of flowing energy. You know, if you think about like water, it mixes. If you had different liquids, so sort of like milk and water and orange juice, I'm drinking orange juice now, so that's why I said that, you know, they'd all mix together. So your emotional energy, your intuition, you may connect with other people easily and kind of almost mingle with their emotions. So if you're quite empathic, you may be the sort of person who, if you're around people who are sad, you'll get sad, or if you're around people who are very happy, it'll make you happy. So there could be something to do with like an awareness of who's around you, you know, who's impacting your energy. But also I'm getting this thing about really pulling back your energy. Now, I don't know if you've been looking into things like psychic attacks, or you know, like you know, the kind of shadow aspects of you know, the psychic world, if you like. But I was kind of getting this, I was getting the line "creeping spiders come not near," which is a line from A Midsummer Night's Dream. Funny, because you had, just before you're reading it, I was listening to Zella Day, It Was Only a Dream. So this dream thing, maybe you've had very vivid dreams or very emotional dreams, you know, dreams that feel real. I had one last night and I was like, in that dream, I dreamt that two people I know were together, and I was like, did not see that coming, but I ship them, you know. So there's something to that, perhaps. But again, creeping spiders come not near. It's the fairy queen Titania is going to sleep, and the little fairy attendants sing this song to kind of protect her, to keep her safe. So there could be something to do protecting your energy. I kind of gave my Flora Hoover before I set out your reading, you know, just like cleaning it up. So cleansing your space, cleansing your aura. Excuse me, visitor. Oh, there we go. Talking about protecting your space and your energy, and maybe you've just got a lot of visitors and you need to kind of draw the boundaries. That's kind of what I was getting, drawing boundaries, separating your own energy from that of others. You may just need like time out to go and meditate. Or Capricorn has something very, very similar, where it was like it's almost like they didn't have time to think, or I didn't have time to breathe. I'm like out of breath now from running back up the stairs. Yeah, so maybe just feeling like either you've got a lot of different people like wanting things from you, or you're pulled in different directions. Or for you, I'm more getting that it's hard sometimes to separate your own feelings and opinions from that of others. You may find that you're quite impressionable at the moment, where you know, other people may convince you of things very easily, and later on you think, actually, that is not my opinion at all, that is not what I think. So it's almost like, be very careful at this time to put those boundaries up, especially emotionally, and in terms of like what your intuition is telling you. I'm getting kind of like Nine of Cups energy. So whether this is something you kind of mastered or something that you're working on, you know, really connecting with what is true for you, like on the inside. that inner emotional truth, that inner emotional intuition that tells you, you know, what is your own energy saying, kind of thing. So yeah, you may want to look into cleansing your space, you know, whether that's just tidying up, getting rid of junk, letting the energy flow very freely, a bit of feng shui if you like, or if you want to sage. Now, just to say sage, just be careful where you get it from. I think there is a thing with sage at the moment where, you know, there's an environmental impact. So, you know, if you're getting sage, just get it from somewhere where it's a reputable source, perhaps, you know, where it's not impacting on the environment. I've been using Palo Santo instead. Yeah, protecting your energy field, you know, look into that kind of thing. Some of you may be getting nightmares, just thinking about the songs that have been randomizing for you. Both times that I've tried to do a reading, and a Halsey song has randomized for you. You had Coming Down and Young Gods, and Libra again had, I think Halsey is a Libra, and Libra also got a Halsey song. So there's something there to do with words being weapons, having a sharp tongue. So whether this is something, that kind of Libra and Queen of Swords energy, whether this is something that you're learning to do, where you are learning to kind of say it as you see it, you know, be quite clear with your communication and draw those boundaries, cut things off that aren't working for you, whether that's something you're learning about, just with that huge amount of Libran energy sort of impacting your reading. I am trying to focus purely on Pisces energy. I'm trying to make it a general reading, but I think you're going to have to really use your intuition to determine what this reading means to you. I don't want to tell you what to do. I don't want to sway you in any direction. You know, perhaps especially if there's something going on in your heart that's making you particularly impressionable at this time, I really want to make sure that you are really working through your own thoughts and feelings on whatever I say in this reading. So I may do your reading in quite a clinical way, where I just read what the description says, tell you what's on the card, and you can do what you want with it. But we'll see. I may get into some big long-winded story because I'm like that. Libra talk too much, you know. So let's get you a song for your reading. So you can see here, this is the song that randomized for your last reading, a Halsey song. Maybe somebody just really, really likes Halsey, but she's all over the place. So actually, do you know what? I'm just going to make sure I'm properly connected to your energy before I do this, just to make sure. Okay. So if you are guarding your energy, that might be why I'm finding it hard to pick up on your energy. I'm finding it hard to connect with you because you've put those energetic walls up. So again, I'm just connecting with pure like Pisces moon energy, and we'll see what comes through. I think one of the readings, like, it just kind of came as a stroke of inspiration there. One of the reasons why I may have had to wait to do your reading was because I was trying to do it before the new moon in Taurus. The sun and the moon are both in Taurus at the same time, so there's something to do with sun and moon coming through. I think the new moon was yesterday in Taurus, so there's something to do with this new moon cycle for you. Perhaps you're getting really, really grounded. But Pisces for Saturday, please. Pisces for Saturday. Oh, it's not playing. I'm gonna have to sort that out, else it'll start playing randomly. The weirdest thing is happening with Spotify. It played the next song, but it looked like it had already been playing, and then I tried to like completely take it down and randomize another song, and it's gone back to Halsey, and it's not playing Halsey. Just listen. It's that what red right hand song. Yeah, protect your energy, Pisces. I think you've got troublemaker energy around you, is what I'm going to say. Right, I am going to try and randomize you another song, but I'm going to have to pause and just sort out whatever Spotify's doing. Is Mercury in retrograde? This feels like Mercury in retrograde energy. Back in a second. Okay, Pisces. Oh my goodness. Yeah, protect your energy. Troublemakers abound. Right, so let's do it again. Ignore, unless anything particularly resonated for you that you've seen so far, ignore all the songs that came through. Maybe Halsey, I don't know. We're going to get you a song for your reading. And it's going to behave itself. It's going to be we're putting that intention out there. You know, I forgot to show you these cards. Inner core, right? Inner core, you're in inner knowing what's inside, maybe feeling quite angry or fiery about something. But then you've got this light energy as well. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation. So the darkness, we're going to banish the darkness with light, right? When you shine a light, the shadows disappear. You know, the more light, the less shadows. So it's kind of Pandora's box with the shadow energy as well, right? What's going on? Pisces, a song, the best song please for Pisces' reading for Saturday. Behave yourselves.
When I'm walking down the street,
I Begin to Wonder by Dannii Minogue. I'm going to listen to that a second. Yeah, so different faces with no names. Again, I'm getting this sense of like other people impacting your energy, and something about dreams as well. I feel like there was like something going on with the backing vocals there where I feel like they were talking about dreams. So go and have a listen to that song yourself. Go and look up the lyrics. Go and watch the video. See if anything stands out to you there. And we'll see what we get. I'm beginning to wonder, Pisces, what's going on with your energy. So Pisces, please behave. Can I just get 1 or 2 cards? Pisces for Saturday, please. What do I need to communicate to Pisces? Okay. Oh, the vision there. Knew it. This is one of the 2 cards that came out for you in the second attempt that I did at your reading. The vision. So having a shared vision with someone else. Shared dreams, perhaps. Perhaps you've been meeting with somebody in your dreams. That kind of thing. But also sharing your vision with others, having a vision with that inner core and explaining it, expanding it to others, you know, taking what's within without. So the mother, oh, bugger, the tear and the judge. So I've been picking up that somebody's mother, I'm wary about speaking things into existence, but also if things are going on, then do a just Queen of Swords and say what I'm getting. I'm getting that somebody's mother may be sick. I'm going to tell you what I was getting the other day. Maybe for you, maybe for someone else. So I was getting that somebody was dealing with somebody who was quite unstable, supporting someone who was quite unstable. So it's like, you know, maybe it's like someone's partner or a family member, and this person was basically Amy Winehouse-like, right, is the way it was coming through. I was getting Amy Winehouse songs. So somebody, you know, they're trying to make me go to rehab. I say no. My dad says I'm fine. You know, this kind of thing. It's like somebody who is genuinely struggling with some kind of addiction, possibly, or, you know, mental illness. But it's like, oh, this person says I'm fine, so I'm fine, when clearly they're not fine, or at least this person that I was picking up on, person A, feels like this person is not fine. It's like person A felt a sense of responsibility to person B who was having the trouble, in terms of like keeping them safe, you know, making sure, you know, always feeling like they had to be on the phone, always feeling like, they're showing me a beeper. People don't really have beepers anymore, right? Unless you work for a hospital, like a pager. So it's like almost always being on call, always like ready at the drop of a hat to go and get this person if they got into trouble. So it's really like this person had a huge sense of responsibility for this other person. But, and this is the difficult bit, because addiction and mental health issues, this is a sickness, right? It's an illness. It's something you go to the doctor for. So it's not... But a side effect of having these kind of illnesses is that you do sometimes act in emotionally not great ways. Sometimes, you know, and this is common knowledge. It's common knowledge that people who are addicted to something will emotionally manipulate people around them, because their priority is getting that fix, right? Getting the addiction. So whatever way they can get that, they're going to do it. You know, there's different people who are getting over it, people who are trying to battle it. But it's a common knowledge that is an aspect of that illness. So I was getting that person B was emotionally manipulating person A. So person A was very, very stressed. They had a huge amount of burden on them, and they just... it's like the person A's life was taken over by trying to look after person B, who was actually, while they had a sickness, that sickness was making them very selfish, right? But person A was such a good person, they couldn't just drop it. They couldn't just leave it. They couldn't just walk away from this person. Because what if something happened? They'd never forgive themselves, right? You know, that person needs looking after, they're sick. This is like person, I'm very much in person A's energy. So, what happened to person A was that somebody they loved, or it may not have even been someone they loved, but I was getting it was a family member leaning heavily towards mother, either had an accident or suddenly found out they were ill. And it's like, it was serious, right? It was like this person, whether they recovered, whether it was like this, somebody overreacted, person A suddenly was like, oh my God, life is precious. Life can be taken away in an instant. Life is, because they had this person C, and person C was like, they didn't want to be sick. They didn't want their life to be over. They didn't, you know, they didn't want to be ill. Life was precious to person C. And person A saw this and was like, life is something that's precious. This person values it so much. Why doesn't person B value it? Because I felt like person B was treating life as something that could be thrown away. And when person C, who I'm picking up on because it's the mother with the tear, right? When person C had this shock, right? And it impacted person A, it was like a huge wake-up call. Which to me, the judge, right, is like the judgment card. It's a complete change of perspective. It's a complete do-over of a situation. It's like the judgment card is like life-changing. It's also back from the dead, right? So you know, it may be that this was a close call perhaps, but I'm feeling the judgment energy is for person A. It's like, I realize now that person B, while they may be sick, you know, I cannot live my life walking on eggshells, you know, being stressed. Because while person B is treating life as something that can be thrown away, that is also causing me to not live my life in a meaningful way. It's causing me to live my life in a way that is constantly on a knife edge, right? So it's like person A is suddenly going, no, I need to live my own life. I can't do this anymore. Like, as much as I have this sense of obligation and this sense of duty to person B, I feel like I have to put them in someone else's hands, you know. And it could even be like, this is like a sick mother, you know, somebody with dementia or something. It's like, I can't live my life looking after this person any longer. It's like worn out. It's like, I just can't do it. You know, I need to live my, like, I had that Live a Life You'll Remember reading, right? This set of readings, the Avicii readings. It's like, I have to make the most of my life because I now realise that life is a gift and it is limited. So it's like this sudden wake-up call, this sudden realisation that they have to, whether it's like, you know, somebody putting somebody into rehab or putting somebody into a care home. It's like, I have to hand over the responsibility of this person to, you know, professionals. I have to separate my energy from this person. I have to live my life on my own terms in a healthy way, in a way where life is celebrated, because it can be taken away from any minute. And it may be that there's other people, maybe children or something around this person, where it's like they're now realising that they want to give all their attention to the people who I don't know, it's like they're giving all this time and attention to this person who is not well, right? It's not their fault they're not well, right? But it means they're neglecting other people in their life who... the words that keep coming into my head, and I've been hesitant to say it because I don't want to put any blame on person B, but it's like more deserving, right? More deserving of their thoughts, more deserving of their time, more deserving of their energy. But again, I don't think that's how person A sees it, because person A understands that person B is not well. I was going to do that as a tell me anything reading, but it's just, I saw those cards and I was like, that feels like the same energy. So I feel like they're going to break the cycle. or person A, they've had this huge wake-up call. The song that came through, the two songs that came through back to back, it was an Amy Winehouse song. Now, I don't know the title, but I'll try and remember to look it up for you. But it says, like, because I had Rehab, and then this other song that was like, I Know the Girl. And then the next song that came through was History Repeating, with Shirley Bassey. So it's like, with History Repeating, it was saying to me, this person can break out of this cycle now. There's a window, you know, it's like, they were coming up to a choice point, and I feel like they've done this several times. They've come to this choice point several times, but now it's different, because now they have this other person who's made them realise how precious life is, and now I think they're going to take the other road. I think they're going to make a different choice, and then they're going to have the judgment call, right? The second life, the brand new life. But they are always going to have that sense of guilt or moral obligation to person B. It's like, I hope, because it's almost like the cycle that they've been in isn't working, and I don't know, it's their decision, isn't it? It's their decision what they're going to do. But I think it's different this time, and I think they're going to make a different choice. So is that your story? Is that not your story? If it's not your story, don't worry. We may get different things as we start to pull cards, but it's the story that was determined to come through. And this is what I mean with this energy. It's determined energy. Again, I'm seeing a connection with Capricorn's reading. Shirley Bassey's a Capricorn. I don't know what star sign Amy Winehouse is. But I've been getting this for a while. Like, again, like, it's like doing some soul searching about it. Doing some, like, really having a good think about it. It's not a decision they're going to make lightly. But it's like suddenly they have to, it's like somebody, suddenly it's like, say this was like, say this was a partner, right? A codependent partner. And they're like, this person's like, I'm going to look after them. You know, I'm committed to this person. I would, if I was in that state, I would want someone to look after me. It's that kind of thing. But it's like all of a sudden this other person, like perhaps the mother gets sick, and it's like, well, my mum needs me now. My mum needs me now. And they are sick because of forces completely out of their control, right? Person B could control it if they wanted to, but they don't. My mum, like, it's like she doesn't deserve this. I keep upon getting this deserve, which I don't like to bring that word into it, but it's what keeps on coming up. And again, that sense of guilt, to think that way, or a sense of guilt, it's sucky. So yeah, it's like all of a sudden it's like my energy is needed elsewhere. I need to go and be in this other place. I need to go and look after this other person. So person B, they're going to have to go to rehab, right? Somebody's going to have to look after them, because I need to go. It's like, I just need to go. Right, I'm just going to read. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I'm just going to read what the cards say. So if that's not your story, leave it, and whatever you get from it. Again, and it's really important to use your own intuition here. The Great Mother, the Feminine, the Source. We begin our archetypal story with the mother's love. Through her sensual, fertile and life-giving energy, all creation takes form. Regardless of our birth story, each of our hearts beat for the first time in the warm womb of the mother, where she offered us resources from her body for the building of our own. Oh yes, somebody may be pregnant as well. That was in my notes because of all the moon energy. Yet her tale is not so simple, as the mother, especially on the earthly plane, contains both light and dark aspects of the feminine. With the best of intentions, the mother wraps her loving arms around her creations and begins to grip what she meant to set free. The mother both nurtures and prohibits growth. She gives, yet clings. She creates, yet restricts. Amid this complex energy, the mother holds the key to the eternal challenge of love. When light, glowing, generative... Why is my throat closing up? Glowing, generative, creative, nurturing. When dark, dim, exhausted, controlling, limiting. Go deeper, read Tao Te Ching, Chapter 1, and imagine the mother of 10,000 things. Notice how the mother archetype is expressed in nature. This is perhaps the most balanced and benevolent form of the mother's grace. The mother is part of the trifecta, maiden, mother, crone, because of the relationship between them. Take special note when these cards appear in one reading. See, that's interesting. Again, with that Capricorn, no, it's Sagittarius's reading. Sagittarius had this thing where it was like Aeneas, who's like a classical Roman hero. He carried his father on his back and led his son by his hand. So again, there's this like son, father, grandfather energy that came out in the Sagittarius reading. And now you're getting this kind of like maiden, mother, crone connection. So again, it's this feeling of like whether you have children or like, you know, especially daughters, or you are, you know, and you're thinking of your own mother, what is being passed down. There's this kind of generational theme that's coming through this kind of set of readings. So the tear or the tear, right? Okay, the tear, the mourning, ugh, the release, the rain. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what's needed in order for a conversation or situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, again ancestors, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we are able to allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that, once acknowledged, will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. So don't resist the tear, right? Don't resist the emotions, anything you've kept bottled up, anything you've kept suppressed. Once it flows, you can move on to that new phase. So feel the bad feelings, right? Feel the guilt, feel the shame, feel all the negative feelings, because there's something healthy, right? I think we need to rethink emotion. You know, it's not normal to be happy 100% of the time. If you're happy 100% of the time, pretty sure there's something not right there. You know, everybody has good days and bad days. Everybody has things that they look back on and remember, and it's like a stab to remember that. You know, we all feel shame, we all feel guilt, and if you think about that as healthy, right, it's normal, it's human to feel all these things, even the things that feel bad, right? At least you're functioning normally to be able to feel them. So don't be afraid of feeling the feelings. Once you feel them and you look at them and really kind of release them, then that's when healing can take place, and that's when you can have the new cycles. Obviously, if you feel like you need support to do that, a lot of the time as well, addictive behaviour is because it manifests because of something that somebody's keeping bottled up inside. You know, somebody's refusing to do shadow work, somebody's been hurt in the past and they can't get over it, so they numb, right? That's another aspect of addiction. So it's like, do you need a counsellor? I don't feel like it's you necessarily, Pisces. I feel like it could be more somebody that you're connected to. But it's like, if you need support, if you can't do that alone, if you can't just go to bed, have a big cry and get it out of your system. If it's a lot deeper than that, you know, there's the roots are tangled up, you may need to go and speak to a professional counsellor, a doctor, somebody who has the knowledge and skills to help you with that. And you know what, if you try it and it doesn't work, different people work for different people, right? So it may just be that it takes a couple of tries to get the right person. Don't give up, because somebody here, right, has to do that work. When light, melody, melancholy. See, melancholy is light. She lists it as light melancholy, right? Which to me is like, there's kind of like dark depressive feelings that are like being forlorn. It's actually, she's puts it as a light aspect because you're allowing those feelings to flow. What I do is, what I used to do, I don't do it so much anymore. Now I tend to, if I'm feeling quite down, I tend to put like happy music on, and before I know it, I'm dancing and I'm fine again. Or I go out for a big long walk. But sometimes you have to sit in those melancholy thoughts. Sometimes you have to feel those things, you know, within reason. Again, get help if you need it. But I used to read some of Shakespeare's like really kind of heart-wrenching scenes, or like you know, some of the difficult stuff, like I used to kind of indulge it because it's like, once I felt the feelings, once I kind of indulged it, I could get over it. It was like a cycle, right? I'd have to go down to go up. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever works for you, right? Different things work for different people. But melancholy, those darker feelings, there's also something very beautiful in them. I have a friend who is very much into poetry. She's again this kind of water sign energy of really being in touch with her emotions, even those really dark, difficult emotions, but it manifests in this poetry and art and emotional, like, how would you say, emotional intelligence, which is very, very beautiful. And it's putting something out into the world that is helping people to connect, right? Helping people to, giving people a form of expression for those feelings. So there is beauty in the melancholy. Not that we should indulge it too much, right? When light, melody, melancholy flowing through. When dark, drowning, drama, murkiness. Go deeper, rain by Vaquel Lindsay. If both the tear and the river appear in a reading, this indicates an excess of the water element in your life. As in the Vedic tradition, balance it with fire and earth. The tear is powerful and it is possible to be subsumed in its waters. Find a supportive place to open the floodgates. Yeah, so again, like phone a friend. I kept on getting phone a friend. Was that for your reading? I feel like it was for Sagittarius again. Maybe you've got a Sagittarius friend that you can confide in. It was like phone a friend, like, or was it Libra? I think it was Libra. And it was like, just cry it out. Like, you know, if you've got that friend who's like, I'm coming around your house, we're going to Netflix and chill without the rude stuff. We're going to bring some popcorn. We're going to have a glass of wine, right? We're just going to open the floodgates, cry it all out, watch some soppy movies. I need that emotional release. It could just be that for you, right? The Judge. No, that's the Shaman. There we go. 14, 1 and 4, not 1 and 6. The Critic, the Diplomat, the Advocate. The Judge has a Libran energy, right? The Diplomat, the Advocate. Yeah, look, there's even a set of scales on there. The Judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us to discern what is safe, true and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. Ironically, the Judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry and fear-mongering. This is the Judge out of balance, building walls, again this building walls, right, putting up the boundaries, separating from the other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the Judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this love is the deciding factor. That's just like a confirmation for me that I made a good choice this week. Something came up for me where something happened on social media where somebody did something very... At best, it was naive. At worst, it was trollish, right? You know, there was a backlash for it. And me, with my Libra brain, who always is like, advocate for the underdog, you know, saw this person being attacked. And I was like, should I get involved? Should I try and be the neutral ground? Even though I disagree with what they've done, you know, should I... Because I don't like to see people being attacked for their opinions, even if, you know, those opinions are very unpopular opinions. So I chose not to engage directly, but I kind of made some positive posts. So I led with love. So that, I feel like that was me being a Libra. I feel like that was a little nod for me that, like, I chose wisely. Okay. Because I don't like to see people getting attacked, even if they have done something stupid, or even if someone was intentionally trollish, you know, even if somebody was intentionally provocative. Again, like, you know, people can be like that, you know, drama. It said drama with that one. you know, some people are, you know, attention seeking perhaps, or, I mean, I don't know the motivations of this person. I was just kind of running through it. But I was like, right, at best they're naive. At worst, they are intentionally being provocative. And I thought, well, even if they are intentionally being provocative, what's behind that, right? It's not, I always look beyond the surface. It's like, well, why are they acting like that? Why are they saying those things? Why, you know, what's hurting inside them that they feel like that was the right course of action to take? So it's like, almost like sympathy for the devil, right? Sympathy for the devil, because when people act negatively, there's always more to it, right? You don't act negatively just for no reason. There's always, whether it's like deep psychological stuff from like childhood experiences, you know, it's manifesting itself in a dark way. It's there's always a reason, and it's always coming from pain or unresolved emotions. So yeah, you get this a lot as well, Pisces, right? Sympathy for the devil. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. When light, discernment, advocacy, right action and compassion. When dark, critical, punishing, unforgiving, wall building. Wall building again. Go deeper. Osiris and the white feather of Ma'at. Gandhi had an incredibly illuminated inner judge. He was a lawyer. He practiced silence 1 day a week in order to hone his discernment while on his revolutionary path. That brings me again to that kind of like being in your own energy, you know, having a day off, you know, having that quiet time. It's quite essential for you to connect with that inner voice. The judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. That's what I was saying, like, because this person's being attacked. I was saying this in Sagittarius's reading. If somebody's attacked, it just pushes them further out, right? It just makes that rift bigger. Where if you say, I understand where you're coming from, I feel like you've got these other factors to consider. It actually brings them closer because they felt included. They felt part of the dialogue rather than pushed out. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. So accept more, judge less, right? Be discerning. I need to upload what I've got so far before I continue with the rest of the reading. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. So, yeah, I was kind of getting this energy for you. Just as I was uploading the video there to create the space, I had Taylor Swift, not Taylor Parks, Taylor Swift in my head. Shake It Off, and yeah, that's kind of what I was picking up on for you. It's like that's her greatest song to me, because like I love a lot of her songs, but that song was like such a power move because it was so high vibrational, right? It's such a good beat to it. Shake it off, let it go. It's almost like it, what did she say? Heartbreakers are going to break, players are going to play, you know, drama queens are going to create drama. The people around you, and this is what I was picking up on kind of when I was like going for a quick walk after I dropped my son from school. It's like, people are gonna, you can't control the people around you. You can only control yourself and your own energy, the energy that you put out there. So there's a huge thing about drawing boundaries and figuring out what's your energy, what are your opinions, and then almost like having a shield like around you, where it's like, it's not to say that you can't have friends, it's not like you have to be alone, but it's very much like you could be in a room full of people screaming their opinion at you, but it's like when you know your truth, when you've got that core, like of, you know what's right and wrong for you, right? You know where you stand, you know what you're going to do. It's like you don't even have to argue. You could stand there in the middle of the room like Gandhi, right? Let the people scream, let the people cause drama. You have your truth, and that's all that matters, Pisces. You don't have to save the world. You know, you can lead by example. So that kind of like Taylor Parks song is, sorry, Taylor Swift song is like, I'm going to let go of the expectations of others. I'm going to let go of the impact of others on me. And I'm just going to do what feels good for me, and not in a way that you're not, you know, completely disregarding the feelings and needs of others, but it's like you're always going to choose the higher road. You're always going to choose the higher path now, and you're not going to let other people drag you down, is how it was coming through. So I'm sort of thinking again about like with my rainbow nails. I think I've talked before about in South America there was an election. There was like a ruling almost like the way that I read it, I don't know a huge amount about the political history, so you can feel free to give me more information on that if you want to. But the story that I read, it was like there was this political party that had been in power for a long time. It was borderline becoming a dictatorship because there was no real competition, right? On the surface, it was a democracy, but, you know, the ruling powers had so much authority that they were never really challenged. And this quite small party kind of were like, we want to be in charge. How do we do it? And I think all the campaigns have been run on almost like trying to knock that authority off the pedestal, right? It was like sticks and stones politics, where this other party came in and they were like, right, we need an icon for our campaign. What's it going to be? And they were like, it's going to be a rainbow, because rainbows symbolize hope. Rainbows symbolize a better future. Rainbows symbolize positivity and healing. And we're going to run our campaign based on all these principles. And they won. Because people were sick, again, like with this Augustus thing of ancient Rome, people were just sick of the fighting. People were sick of the negativity, you know, the negative atmosphere. It was like, I don't want to be part of that anymore. All it does is make me feel miserable by being around all this toxicity, you know, a toxic environment. You know, when people are arguing about their opinions, it's like, I just want peace. I just want to be in a stable situation. I want to be around people that make me feel good. So yeah, it's like, yeah, they won because they were positive. So there's something to that as well. Again, this is perhaps what you want to build, you know, perhaps this is what you want to build for the future, whether that's your own personal family, your own happiness, or whether this is like what you want from the whole community around you, right? For the world even. It's like you've got a vision of leading by example and being better is how it's coming through. So the mother, the tear and the judge. Pisces, please. I'm sorry, I ate a peach and I'm on my second pint. My second pint of pure orange juice and I ate a peach. So if my tummy starts rumbling aggressively, I'm so sorry. Oh, Pisces. I'm trying to be healthy, right? I don't know what it is with peaches as well. Like peaches, almonds, orange juice, like orange fruit. I am going crazy for right now. It's almost, again, I was picking up on somebody could be pregnant. It's almost like pregnancy cravings. It's like I just needed peaches. I need peaches. So I don't know what's in orange fruit that I must be craving at the moment, but maybe orange is your favourite colour. I don't know. Orange is the new black. Maybe you've been watching that. Maybe. I don't know. Pisces, please, for Saturday. Pisces for Saturday. Pisces for Saturday. There we go. Bone collector. When I focus. The bone collector. Number one again. Number one. Making a choice. What did I say? Someone's been going round and round and round and the choice point's coming back up. Are they going to keep doing the same thing? Get stuck in the same cycle that's keeping them down? Or are they going to innovate? Are they going to do something new? Are they going to try something new? If it doesn't work, fine. Like, you know, it didn't work. At least you tried it. Number one. Like, it's like, how many times are you going to go around in that circle? How many times are you going to have a bit of history repeating before again, it's this sense of like almost like a different perspective, being outside. It's like watching the news, watching you know, being on Facebook or social media, seeing the reaction to something, but feeling almost like separated from it, feeling very much, you know, she's very zen, right? She's in her own energy. I always think this lady's like it's like that lady who's seen it all before. She's like, COVID? What do you mean? I survived bird flu. I survived swine flu. I survived, what's that, BSG? What was the cow one? I survived, you know, I survived a war. What do you mean, get my injections? I've had flu every year. You know, it's like, she's like been there, seen it, done it. You know, seeing the scaremongering, you know, eat tomatoes. Tomatoes protect you from cancer. Don't eat tomatoes. Tomatoes cause cancer. It's like, should I eat tomatoes or should I not eat tomatoes? It's like, do you know what? I enjoy tomatoes. I'm just going to eat them. I'm going to enjoy them. And if I die 5 years earlier, at least I enjoyed my tomatoes. She's that kind of energy, right? I like her. I like her a lot. The first time I saw this card, I was like, way, that gives me creepy vibes. What do you mean, bone collector? But now it's like, she can survive anything, right? Like she's been like Gandhi, you know, it's like nothing surprises her, nothing ruffles her feathers. She's so like, what will be, right? I love her. Right, let's read what it says. You are whole and have everything you need within. Pisces, what did I tell you, babes? When the bone collector appears, she's asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Told you so. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and we accept a version of the truth that then sets us up to behave a certain way in the future. I said that. When faced with a situation similar to the original event. What we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable, or expect to be criticised. The bone collector reminds you that the truth is you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. Why is there so much Libra in here? She has kept, sorry, it's not saying Libra's amazing. It's just I keep getting the same messages over and over again. And it's like, I don't know what this is. Right. She has kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding and is here for you as you reclaim it now. She has kept safe for you what was stolen from you in the wounding and is here for you as you reclaim it now. That's what I was saying, right? The dark thing, the thing that you've kept hold of, the thing that you don't even want to look at because you feel so much guilt or shame or fear about. It's like now is the time to look at it. Maybe you've got like a Libra grandmother, I don't know. It's like it just feels like it's time, right? It's time for that to come to the surface. It's time for that to be dealt with. It's time for you to let it go. You have everything you need, or reclaim what was taken from you, right? You have everything you believe you lack, and the bone collector is your inner resource. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find you have it after all. Anything is possible. With awareness, the wounds of the past need not define you. Right, I'm going to actually show you that. You can pause that and reread it at your own speed, because that is what I've been trying to say. Right, don't read the reverse, you don't need that. I mean, or do, but that's not, I don't think, what you need. It came out in the upright. The mother, maybe you've got a mother, right? Maybe it's an issue to do with your mother. Maybe you had a very critical mother. Maybe you had an absent mother. Maybe your mother is the person who can support you, and talk to you about something that's happened in your childhood that you've never quite dealt with. Whatever it is for you, again, Pisces, it's your intuition here that's super important. It's a general reading. It's different for everybody. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. It's just for somebody else. Okay, so take what you need and leave what you don't. It's you, right? You're the important factor here. Your intuition, your interpretation. You know what's right for you right now. You just need someone to listen, right? You need the person to listen. Pisces for Saturday. Pisces for Saturday. Pisces for Saturday, please. There we go. And sorry, split the deck. I don't know why, but there we go. The equator to make equal. Yeah, because something wasn't equal, something wasn't fair, something wasn't balanced. Time. What was it just saying? It's time. It's time. Discipline, 41 again. So I don't know why I was picking up on 14 there, of the 1 and the 4, and you've got 4 and 1. It's time. All these keys. This talks about mentally uplifting for me and mentally uprooting, right? Taking everything you've learned, taking your own experience, the growth of your own experience, mentally uprooting to something that's like brighter. Like, look at all the keys and the clocks there, like time. But there's this discipline. So discipline over time, something you've worked hard on over time, some kind of discipline that you want to learn. Or it could be something involving discipline. Maybe your mother was very disciplinarian. Maybe you are, or are, are partnered with somebody who's a bit of a disciplinarian. Maybe you've always been in that shadow of like this person's expectations. you know, always trying to live up to their expectations, but their expectations are always too high. It's like whenever you think you've got to the goalpost, you've got to the finish line, they're like, my dad can be a little bit like this, bless him. I love him to pieces, but he can sometimes be a bit like hard to please in terms of like, well, what do you want from me? It's like, like whatever I do, he's kind of a little bit critical of it. It's always like, oh, you made he's not doing it intentionally. I know he loves me, right? It's just the end, I don't know what it is about him. He's always like, I always get this sense of like, I've either disappointed him, or, you know, he thinks I should be making a different choice, or I should be doing something better. It's like, how do I please you? Like, and eventually you just stop trying to please this person and you just please yourself, right? They can live their life how they want to live it. You can live your life how you want to live it. Love my dad to bits, right? Every person has something. And that's one of his somethings. He's not doing it on purpose, right? And I called him out on it. Journey. Saw that in the pre-shuffle. Spiritual journey, I think. A journey of consciousness, a journey of emotions, looking at things from a different path. It's like if you've always felt like there's only two directions, if you've always felt like you're on a narrow bridge with like, you know, limited choices, it's now you are making your own choices. It's like she's got her bags packed. I don't know why I'm seeing like Taylor Swift again. She's got her bags packed, right? And it's like everybody thought she was either going to go this way or this way, but she's not. She's holding that lantern up because she's signalling that she's going to take a different path. Somebody's going to come along with a boat. She's going to get in the boat. She's going to go down the river, right? The emotional journey. She's not being forced into a direction anymore. But again, this thing about discipline, time, patience, waiting it out, waiting for the right time, waiting for the opportunity. Hello, Pisces. Anxiety over it, though, I'm seeing. A man holding a queen. Opportunity, right? I'm hearing opportunity knocks. I think it was like an old British game show. Interesting as well with the flowers that are jumping out to me here. There's a lot of flowers out now. It's spring in the UK, and there's, as I was taking a walk today, there was just so many beautiful flowers around, like every single colour of the rainbow, again with this rainbow energy. And particularly like the bluebells were sort of standing out to me. I don't think they are bluebells, but they're a bit too purple to be bluebells, but no. Man holding a queen. What have you got to say, man holding a queen? Your reading's going to be a bit of a longer one. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Male connection in money, health or value. This card shows a man sitting in a lush flowering field holding a large bright queen. For men, this could indicate an aspect of yourself and a readiness to further your goals and receive increased health, money or value in your life. Greater success is on its way when you take control of your own finances and act. This card upright could also reveal the assistance of a financial advisor or a healer whom you already know or are soon to meet. This man is helpful and may bring sage advice concerning the action you need to take next. Be open to this person, showing up with support, but always turn to your own intuitive guidance to weigh the information you receive. This could also signify a new love interest with a wealthy man or a man from work. Okay, you do you, Pisces. What else, please, for Pisces? I really felt like I needed to choose this Moonology deck for you. Again, I picked it on the new moon in Taurus. So, Pisces for Saturday, please. Why is it being so quiet? Pisces for Saturday. Last chance, Pisces for Saturday. There you go. Whoa! Time to take action, new moon in Aries, but slowly, right? Slowly and with patience and discipline. What do you need to release? Waning moon. I think emotions. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. I love that card. It's like, it might be so rare. It might feel like a fairy tale. It might feel like a fantasy. It might be like, this could never happen. It's too good to be true. But sometimes these things do happen, but they happen once in a blue moon, right? Look at all the blue. Like, not all the cards are blue, so blue could be an important colour for you, but all blue cards have come out. Pisces. I saw the Hierophant in the pre-shuffle. I saw the Hierophant when I was thinking about you using your own intuition to guide you. And the Hierophant came out. And the Hierophant is like that higher power. Hierophant, Tower, Son of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So what you have here is the Hierophant symbolizes it can be God, right? If you believe in God, or the universe. It can be the connection to spirit. It's also Taurian energy. It's like the powers that be, the establishment, the rules, the expectations, the boundaries, the traditional beliefs, the traditional rules. The Tower, the lightning strike, the light bulb moment, the moment of like the rug being pulled out from under your feet, the realization, the sudden realization. This feels like two lightning strikes. They've got a lightning strike here and two here. So there could be something to do. The Hierophant can symbolize father as well. So it could be with this Son of Swords here. The Son of Swords is the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who communicates. It's somebody who takes action. With it being depicted as an owl here, what I'm seeing is, I'm going back to what I was saying at the beginning, that the person A, person B, person C. I feel like this is that, you know, for some of you. For others of you, it could be something else. But again, use your own intuition to guide you here. This is like a piece of communication, a piece of news coming in. Action being taken. But it has this Tower moment. It has this feeling of like chaos, or, you know, I didn't see this coming. My whole life has changed. How do I deal with this? It's kind of like that. Like, oh my God. Like, it's that piece of information coming in that gives you that holy shit moment. It feels like it's either divinely guided or to do with traditional ideas, traditional belief systems. Noticing the symbolism of the keys here. I just got something there, but it's a little bit personal. I don't think I can say it. It feels like there's two strikes. It feels like the first strike is brought in either by the universe or by it's involving some kind of tradition in some way. It feels like one lightning strike, but the first lightning strike allows this second lightning strike to come in. I feel like this is you. It's almost like taking advantage of the chaos, it's almost like the Tower is normally depicted by a literal tower on the tarot with people jumping out. The towers, the lightning hits the tower's on fire, people jump. It sometimes has that jump or be pushed energy. You know, if you sit in something for too long and don't take the action that the universe is trying to make you take, the universe will push you with the Tower moment. It's like they will shock you into action. So it's Scorpionic energy. It's painful, it's dramatic, but it has a purpose, right? It's there for a reason. I think what I'm seeing here with the Son of Swords, with the Three of Wands here, the Three of Wands talks about having made a decision. The Two of Wands is like the decision needs to be made, but the Three of Wands is like, I've made my decision, I've made my choice. It's also a card about waiting for your ships to come in, right? Being patient, waiting for the right time. Now, you had patience somewhere and discipline and time. So it's funny that I've put it here as well. It feels like you have made a decision, but you're waiting for a window of opportunity to make your move. You have some sort of knowledge here regarding this decision. Or, no, you've made your choice, waiting for the right time to make your move. The universe does something here that brings in a Tower moment. There's a shock, there's a change, there's it's like, now's your time, right? While everything's up in the air, now's your time, and you move. It's almost like this knowledge comes in, right? Because there's two lightning strikes. It's like something happens, it gives you knowledge, you know what you need to do, and you do it. You do the second Tower strike. It's like this person reveals something, so you reveal something. It's how it feels. It's like, I keep on getting this thing with dominoes. It's like the domino before you has to fall before you can push your domino over, right? It's like it has to be done in a certain sequence. It's all to do with time and patience and sort of almost like chess moves. And whether that's a conscious thing, like you're waiting because you know this tower's coming in and you're waiting for this moment, or whether it's a sudden thing and it's like, oh my God, I know what to do. So tell me about the Hierophant, please, and the Tower. Tell me about the Hierophant and the Tower out in the cold. So it could be that there's Could be news of a divorce. The Hierophant indicates marriage, you know, church, tradition, establishment. Five of Pentacles is like the money's split in half. Something didn't work out. So this could be news of a divorce. Somebody's divorced. Oh my God, I know what to do. I need to take action. What is, it doesn't have to be that. It's just this feeling of like being out in the cold. It could be like somebody's been pushed out of a very traditional situation. I don't know why. We can ask that. You know, it could be like you get pushed out of a group and you're like, right, well, do you know what? Now I'm going to speak my truth. It could be something like that. Son of Swords and the decision. Which way, please? Yeah, you're balancing. You have made a decision, but you're waiting out. You're trying to balance. Capricorn has something similar where they were like going between two phases, right? It was like moving very carefully from one stage to another. It feels like the same energy, right? It's like trying to keep the balance, trying to keep things stable, even though you've made a decision, and even though you know that one of those pentacles is going to fall, it's like you just need to do it in the best possible way. You just need to do it so that when that first tower moment falls, you're ready with the second tower moment. Is how it feels. It's like you need to make sure you're almost able to release something, but it has to be at the right time. I feel like I need to go again. What else? Anything else from this deck? Last chance. Yeah, okay, you're going to get unstuck. So I feel like with this waiting, there's some situation that's keeping you stuck, but it's coming in because you're waiting for that first tower moment to fall. You're ready to take action though. You've done the healing work. The Four of Swords normally depicts somebody who's lying on a bed. It's like somebody who's really thinking things through. They're a bit exhausted. They're really taking that time out to kind of think things through and to heal. But the lovely thing about this card, and why it's one of my favourites for a Swords card, is like she's coming out of the shadows and she's picked up one of those swords and she's ready to take action. She's going to drop the burdens. So it's like you've done that healing. You're coming out of that. Oh my God, look at as well. That's like the Wheel of Fortune. Like things are going to change. I think you're going to pick the other door. Yeah, there's a change coming. And it's like, I feel like, because I had this, I can't remember who it was coming for. It came through for like, I think 3 different signs a few weeks back. This making a choice card. And I was like, which choice are you going to make though? Oh, you're going to change. Oh my God. Those people who made the, because I got that, I was so frustrated. I remember the feeling of frustration that came over me because it kept on coming out. It's like, are you going to repeat the same thing? Are you going to go back into the cycle, or are you going to choose the other door? And I felt like after I did that set of readings, I remember doing another reading and I was like, you've gone back in the cycle. You've made the same choice. And I was like, how many times are you going to do this? Like, it's that, and I don't even know who this is or what this situation is, but it's like, I felt the frustration of like, I know that you should have picked the other door and you chose poorly. And now it's coming back around and they're going to make the change. They're going to choose the other door. They're going to go into the unknown. But look what comes after. Rescue as well. Peaks of joy. I mean, I'm so excited. I'm like excited, but did we see anxiety? Like, you know, that excited, anxious feeling. But that's what stops people from moving. That's what keeps people, because like they get to the point of where they're going to do it and then they chicken out. Don't chicken out. Tell me about the Hierophant and the Five of Pentacles. Whoa, fallout, success. With a King of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So we've got a King of Cups here. Again, if this is a marriage situation, what I'm getting intuitively very, very strongly is a confirmation that this is the person I was talking about. This is person A, who's been dealing with something for a really long time. And they have that sense of responsibility for something. Or this is somebody who, I mean, the King of Cups in the upright, whoever this is for you, again, I've got like Scorpionic energy here. The King of Cups in the upright is somebody who is very emotionally stable, very nurturing, very emotionally available as well. It's like, it can talk about somebody who's a counselor. Here, I think it's a teacher, right? Somebody who has an emotional investment in whatever they do. It's like a guidance counselor, or you know, that really great father figure who's like, oh, they're just so supportive, you know, that kind of person. So really, really lovely energy. It's coming here as some sort of success. My God, why did I think it was the Six of Wands? It's not the Six of Wands. I was reading it as the Six of Wands, which is success, reward, recognition, celebration, victory. It's not. It's the Ten of Wands. Now, that's so interesting. The Ten of Wands is a card about being very burdened, really, really heavily burdened. Heavenly burdened. Did you hear me say heavenly burdened? Because you can be burdened by the heavens when the heavens are trying to teach you a lesson, right? Hierophant's here. I'm hearing the straw that broke the camel's back, and that's very much the meaning of the Ten of Wands. It's the Nine of Wands is the perseverance card. It's like you've got a lot of burdens. You've been on a long journey. You're feeling really battered and bruised, but you're getting close to the finish line. The Ten of Wands is the finish line. Tens are about completion. So it's like you can see this huge ship with this heavy load. It's actually here at the harbour, and people are celebrating. This is a new deck for me. It's a brand new deck. It came yesterday. You're the first people that I've used it before, but I saw this card when I was kind of like looking through it, and it's going to be my favourite depiction of the Ten of Wands. It's like coming home, putting the burdens down, celebrating the fact that you've made it to the finish line, and it's just a gorgeous depiction of that card. And it's also your ships coming in, right, which is the story of this card, the Three of Wands. It doesn't normally have that meaning, but it's a nice association. This is my waiting for your ships to come in, and this is your ship is coming in. It's like whoever this King of Cups is here, this emotionally available, it can be a woman as well, it doesn't have to be a man, or if you're non-binary as well. It's it's a stupid update. my phone was like, do you want to do this update? I was like, no. It's cut me off. Yeah, somebody who's very emotionally mature, very emotionally available, very emotionally balanced. They've been burdened for a very long time. I'm seeing this as person A. If you resonated with that story, it's like there's going to be an end now to those burdens, right? But again, this anxiety card, the Nine of Swords, is like, this is like depression, anxiety. This is when your own thoughts cripple you. This person's been very, very burdened by something, and it's been crushing them mentally. But I feel like it's ending. This situation's ending. But again, it's like they have a huge amount of mental torment over what they're doing. Because, look, it's like belittling. But I feel like this is what this person's doing to themselves. It's like, again, it's whether they have been dealing with somebody who's belittled them, or they have been dealing with, like, again, it's like maybe it was like a father or somebody in their life who constantly criticised them or belittled them, and they've been carrying this baggage. It's like they're going to drop that baggage because they're the King of Cups. They're the king now. And they're doing it in a better way. Who cares what somebody with pants like that says anyway? If you've got pants like that, I'm sorry, I'm going to invalidate your opinion. So yeah, but I feel like it's almost like this person's doing this to themselves. It's like they've kept themselves small because they've been dealing with some kind of like emotional trauma, or, you know, they've just beaten themselves up emotionally for the choices. But I feel like there is an end to it, right? There's a new cycle coming in here because they're going to release it. Or release that person. Again, definitely feeling like it could be like a divorce that went on for a long time, right? Doesn't have to be that, but if with the Hierophant and Five of Pentacles, that's the main way that I'd read that. And again, this kind of like the Ten of Wands is like, finally I can put this emotional baggage down. Finally I can release this. Tell me about this second lightning strike. Tell me about the Son of Swords. Hello, Knight of Wands. Hello. Hey. Knight of Wands, this is passionate communication. This is action taking, coming from a very spontaneous, fiery, excited, courageous, creative space. It is the person who's out for a good time. Get divorced, you know, you're gonna be looking at your new opportunities, right? But it's like this communication is coming in, and this communication is coming. You've got two knights, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. This is like, these are the two fastest moving knights. So it really does feel like somebody's been patient for a long time, and now it's like time to move, and they're excited though. It's like first lightning strike comes in, something gets released, something's like made public or something's revealed, something, the news comes in from one side, this person's like, oh my God, I can move now. It's like I'm free. I'm free to communicate, I'm free to take action, I'm free to do what I want to do and live the life that I want to lead. Which way, please? Which way, please? Yeah. So I feel like somebody's been under someone's foot, right? The 9 of Wands. This is what I'm saying. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Somebody's off from a situation here. Somebody is like this. I feel like this person is the person this person's been dealing with. The Queen of Wands in reverse is like, the Queen of Wands in the upright, I have to say, is an absolute legend. Like gorgeous, takes care of herself, knows what she wants, passionate, creative, fiery, exciting, but very stable. She's a queen, right? She's mature. In reverse is the negative. Or either somebody's done with this person, they're off. But I'm reading it as the negative. I feel like this is one of the people that this person could have been dealing with. This person is hot-headed, jealous, yeah, like she could be unfaithful. But I feel like somebody's been under this person's foot for a long, long time, downtrodden. The 9 of Wands, as I was saying, this is the perseverance card. You've got it over here with all this time and patience energy. It's like this person has been dealing with this person for such a long time. Selfish as well. Very tempestuous, very, exciting, I guess, but they're all about the drama. Jealous, vindictive. Keeping somebody controlling. Keeping somebody under their foot, right? But I feel like they're out. They're out. They're gone. So I feel like person A is masculine energy and they've been dealing with a negative feminine energy. So if this isn't your reading, it's fine. Don't think that if it's not your reading, just leave it, basically. Oh, it's such a long reading though. I'm going to have to upload again. Anything else from this deck? I really like this deck. No. 7 of Pentacles though. The opportunity to invest in things that are going to pay off in the long run. So tell me more about the King of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Wands, please. Somebody's defensive here. This is a defensive card, or somebody who has to defend themselves. I feel like this person has had to defend themselves, possibly to family or to some sort of court situation. I'm not seeing any cards that indicate courthouses though, but somebody's had to defend themselves. Somebody may feel like they've had a lot of other people getting involved, right? You know what I was saying about, it's like somebody's had to be very clear about their own needs, their own wishes, their own desires, what they think and what's their truth. It's like they've had to deal with all these other people coming at them with their opinions and they've had to defend themselves. It's like, no, I'm not. It's like, why would you leave a marriage? Why would you walk out on a commitment? And it's like, because I cannot, because this person's keeping me down. This, you know, you don't know what this person's like behind closed doors, that kind of thing. It's like, this is something, it's like I have to do this for myself, and you don't have to understand. It's just something I have to do. And it's like, there's going to be success. It's going to, in the long run, it's the right thing to do, I feel. Who am I reading for? Right. Queen of Wands. Oh, yeah, this person could be very, very emotional. This is your card, Pisces, by the way. I don't feel like this is you. So if you're saying, I'm not like that, this isn't your reading, right? If you're like, I'm not hot-headed, I'm not vindictive, it's not your reading, it's someone else's reading. This person is, I look at these like siren cards that have come out. 9 of Swords. This is look at 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords. This is the 9 of Swords. Just to show you the different images here. 9 of Swords is like nightmares, anxiety, mentally trapped. Yeah, look, it's like this person's like, this person, whoever this is, this person who's been keeping this person down, they've like mentally been torturing them. This person feels like it could be like gaslighting. It's like this person did not know which way was up with this person. Like, it's like, am I the bad person? Am I not the bad person? Like, what? It's like sleepless nights, whatever this is, because there's secrets here. Secrets. She's like a siren as well. It could be like, because the Queen of Wands is very sexy. Could be sexually controlling, sexually belittling someone sexually, right? Over emotional, secretive, fearful. This card indicates fear, and this card indicates fear. I feel like somebody was afraid of someone. Five of Swords again. Conflicts, arguments. This card gives me like somebody who doesn't like, you know, like the children shouldn't be playing with those swords, and then a child's got hurt, right? So could be somebody who was rash, somebody who was almost like playing with fire, like not safe to be around. The Star card. This person over here, because this is where I was looking for this space. This person, their dreams are coming true. They're healing. The Star card is about healing. It's about hopes, dreams, wishes for the future. This person knows where they're going. They've got a clear vision of where they're going, and I think they're leaving the past behind. Tell me more about this energy over here. Anything else I need to know about this energy? Two of Wands, yeah. I think this person's been very indecisive for a very long time. In terms of like, do I walk away from this or do I not walk away from it? Because they don't want to be the bad person. It's like they know that if they walk away from this, then they'll be the bad person. But they know that if they stay, they're in a really bad situation. And I think they've been keeping it a secret as well. Like, they've not been telling people how bad this situation is. Especially if it's a man. Eight of Swords, yeah, somebody's trapped. Because emotional abuse, it can happen both ways, right? You can have emotionally abusive men, emotionally abusive women. The feminine energy here, I feel, has been emotionally abusive. Or the way that they behave has caused a huge amount of anxiety and distress for the masculine energy. Again, if this is not your reading, just leave it, okay? I feel like it could just be for like one person. I don't know who it's for. It's somebody's story, because I've been getting it all week. Or for the past few days anyway. It came through really strongly. So it's like one person just needs to hear this right now, right? So if it's not your reading, don't leave me nasty comments being like, I'm not a nasty person, this person did this to me, I don't care, it's not your reading, right? Maybe next time it'll be your reading. Maybe go and look back at the other Pisces readings, right? It's just not your reading, so just leave it. Get over it. I don't think most of you will. I think Pisces, you tend to be a very understanding energy. You're like, you'll understand, right? It's like, yeah, it's like it is embarrassing if you're a man and you have a wife who belittles you, who is demanding and emotional and, you know, a bit abusive, right? Keeps you... You're told as a man, traditionally, again, this traditional card, you know, that you are the provider, you have these certain expectations. So if a female energy is so belittling to you that you feel emasculated, yeah, it's really distressing, because you're like, well, if I leave this situation and I walk out on, especially if you've got children, right? It's like, how, you know, I'm going to be seen as the bad person here. But it's also this thing about, I don't want to open up and explain to people what it's been like behind closed doors, because there's this shame and embarrassment about it, right? But it's like that, because you've got this Eight of Swords, it's like this person has been trapped. Look at the Four of Swords as well. King of Pentacles and the Devil. And, ooh, strong happy energy. Two of Cups. Somebody's made the decision. Somebody has made a decision here to cut out a toxic cycle that's been keeping them small. And they're very, very excited when they get that window of opportunity. I feel like they're already doing it. They're already closing this out. When they get that window of opportunity, they're going to... Oh, it's like they're a kid again. It's like they've got the mojo back. Let's get you an advice card and then we can close out this reading. All right. Anyone resonating with this reading, what's the advice? Wait for winter. I'm getting Early Winter by Gwen Stephani. It's the first song that played for me when I woke up this morning. Looks like an early winter for us. During the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. Again, that kind of Libra Elsa energy. Wait for winter. It may be that winter is your opportunity to move here. Be patient. During the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. I'm going back to that like vision card, right? The highest good of all. Okay, I'm going to get you some songs to close out your reading. It annoys me when things happen off camera. I swear I didn't set this up. It's just turned to 11:11 and the song is Higher Power by Coldplay. I put this on social media this morning. It's their new song. My Future played by Billie Eilish, and then it's acting up still. My Future by Billie Eilish, and then it's skipped, and now you've got Higher Power by Coldplay. I can't believe it. Right, okay. A song for Pisces. Anyone resonating with this reading? What do they need to hear? Purge the poison. Purge the poison. Right? This is Switch, though. She's very feminist, Marina, in the diamonds. So, you know, again, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman on the card. If I'm saying masculine or feminine energy, if you feel like you need to switch those roles, you do so. Purge the poison. Purge the poison. Right. Best advice, please, for anyone connecting to this reading when they see it. What is the best advice you have for them, please? No Hard Feelings by Wolf Alice. All right. Go and listen to those songs. They'll all be in the description box down below for you. I hope you find this reading helpful. It's somebody's reading, I swear. It's coming through super strongly. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon, guys. Bye-bye. You've got this, Pisces. Bye. Just as I'm about to tidy up there, and I'm listening to the songs that came through for you, I got the name Kelsey. Chelsea or Kelsey. So that could be something for somebody. Okay, do take care. Bye-bye.